In the last 2 weeks, the Nigeria Labour Congress, NLC, and its affiliates have been at loggerheads with government over a bill seeking to decentralize the minimum wage. Lawmaker from Kaduna State, Garba Datti, had sponsored a bill which sought to decentralize the wages of workers. But this bill has faced stiff opposition from the Labour Union. Simisola Adigun in this report looks at the issues and the probable solutions.
All these are due to a bill seeking to decentralize the minimum wage. But what exactly is the bone of contention? According to records from the Office of the Accountant General of the Federation, in the month of February 2021, Kwara State received 2.5 billion naira as federal allocation. Ekiti received 2.9 billion naira, while Gombe State received 1.9 billion naira. In the same month, Kano State pocketed 7.3 billion naira, while Lagos State smiled to the bank with 8.8 billion naira. In 2019, internally generated revenue for Lagos State was 398.7 billion naira, which was more than 20 states combined. Kano State generated 40.6 billion naira, while Gombe State generated a paltry 8.4 billion naira. These figures clearly show that states are not equally buoyant both in federal allocation and internally generated revenue. This is why some analysts believe it is morally unjust to ask Gombe State to pay the same salary as Lagos State or Kano State.
I think that it's unfortunate that NLC wants to ensure that every state pays the same amount. There are different cost contents and contexts in every state. There are different capabilities across the different states. They have different levels of IGR. They have different levels of federal allocation. So it's very important that the NLC understands why the states have a resistance to this flat rate that they want from the federal government.
But for Labour leaders, these facts hold no water. Decentralizing the minimum wage is sabotage to the efforts of workers who generate the wealth of the nation.
The issue of minimum wage is a matter of workers' rights, and therefore it has to be treated centrally. The issue of minimum wage is not a matter to be treated in isolation. You recall that this law was enacted far back 40 years ago, and it has been a practice that has kept mutual respect for both employer and employee at the work site.
Labour and government are still locked in negotiations over the minimum wage, as well as the price of fuel, which is likely to increase. Labour is insisting the minimum wage cannot sustain workers if fuel is increased, asking government to fix the refineries and stop importation of fuel. Analysts believe for the country to move forward in terms of infrastructural development, subsidy must be removed.
I don't think subsidy is sustainable, really. At some stage, we are going to actually have an adult conversation about this issue of subsidy. Because you can't, on one hand, government be demanded to subsidize fuel, at the same time expect infrastructure development and all the other things, and then at the same time not pay taxes.
There's no governor that can come out openly to tell his people that 30,000 as a wage is too much for a worker. 1,000 naira per day. This is unacceptable. No governor can do so. Until today, they have not said so.
With minimum wage decentralization issue in one hand and increasing fuel price in the other, it is still a waiting game for both Labour and government as Nigerians look forward to a peaceful resolution of the contending issues. Simisola Adigun, TV 360 News, Lagos.